What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of WWE Content. And needless to say, Monday Night Raw last night was so freaking epic, in my opinion. Like the way they had to recap everything of what happened of a 2 day SummerSlam event. Right now, we are now in the road to Clash in Paris, and so far the storylines are cooking up very nicely. And of course, you got Seth Rollins as the new World Heavyweight Champion. But like I said before, his days are going to be numbered and he's going to have a long list of enemies going after him, his crew, and the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Now, before we get into what happened in the main event, let's talk about the upcoming matches and the promos leading up to the main event fight. I mean, you got the Judgment Day is riding high right now. Dom is the Intercontinental Champion. Of course, you got AJ Styles trying to get after him and Intercontinental Champion. But what I did like though was how Dominic and Dragon Lee had a little confrontation and then they got to fight it out in the ring. I thought that was pretty cool because they're now giving the LWO a chance. Dominic's now getting more screen time now since he's Intercontinental Champion. And after what he pulled last night with the whole Eddie Guerrero boot situation, I thought that was amazing. So now you got Dragon Lee and Dominic having more screen time together. Plus, they're going to fight each other at Triple Mania in the Fatal 4 for the Triple Mega Champion. So, needless to say, we got a little, let's say, preview fight on what's going to happen on the 16th when Triple Mania comes around. Now, with the women's division, I mean, next week we have Io versus Naomi for the women's world champion. But of course, Rhea wants to get to the women's world champion, but with that, she has to wait till after next week, and then when that happens, either Io wins and she's gonna beat Io for that title, or Naomi's gonna retain, and we're gonna see Naomi versus Stephanie Valkyria at Clash in Paris. Now, the whole women's division right now is just going perfectly as planned. I mean, Naomi's the women's world heavyweight champion. Becky Lynch is still the women's Intercontinental champion. Everybody's gunning after the titles right now on Raw, and so far it's going pretty amazing, I must say. Especially since Becky Lynch did that whole segment about how Lyra can't fight for the title anymore. So now we have new contenders, and of course, WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella came out, and I'm like, yes, we're gonna get a Divas reunion rematch or whatever. Because if people remember, back in the Divas division, Becky Lynch was one of the new upcoming women's wrestlers for the WWE. And Nikki Bella, she was like the veteran at the time, so she like pushed back. She let Becky Lynch take the spotlight, and look at her now. Becky Lynch is the women's Intercontinental champion, and Nikki Bella wants a little bit of piece of gold around her waist since she's now back full time in the WWE. I gotta say, that segment that segment, man, was just crazy. Like the way they were talking about the women's division and the history of the WWE. But then it got personal to the point where Nikki Bella was talking about Becky Lynch's husband, Seth Rollins. And what I thought was funny was how Becky Lynch was like, wait. No one, and I repeat, no one talks bad about my hot husband. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, yeah, of course, yeah, he's hot. But then the moment Becky Lynch said, we are the power couple, the WWE. And wait, wasn't it you and I'm like, you did not just have to point out about her and John Cena. Like, that to me was kind of personal because, like, girl, you know her and John Cena were like the power duo couple of the WWE. I mean, they fought the Miz and Maurice at a certain WrestleMania. He proposed to her after their match at WrestleMania. He was there for her when she got injured. She was there for him when he got injured. Like, they went through so much ups and downs in their lives. And the fact that she brought that up, I'm like, ooh, that wasn't even cool. That wasn't cool. So now they went from talking about the business and the woman's evolution to now talking about personal stuff about their husbands, ex-husbands, or whatever. Like that right there was like, okay, now we about to fight because you talked about my ex-fiance because I talked about your husband. Now we fight and we were throwing hands. The moment Becky Lynch threw a punch at Nikki Bella, I'm like, oh yeah, no, they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight for the women's Intercontinental champion, and it's gonna be a crazy, crazy fight. Like the whole Monday Night Raw was just insane. I mean, you had the recaps of SummerSlam, you had Sheamus and Rusev duking it out. Like it was insane. Like the entire match, it didn't matter like who won or lost. This was about like a redemption. Rusev was gone, Sheamus was still in the WWE. Rusev left for I think about a couple years. Then he came back and he wants to fight his former best friend, and I don't blame him. But the way they were fighting, like they fought outside the ring, and then the 10 count, and it was like I think it was like a draw or something. Then it goes outside the arena. Then it goes around the arena. You got them fighting when wrestlers are walking through the hallways trying to get to the ring, and then Sami Zayn gets involved somehow because Rusev punched him in the face. I'm like, what the heck? It was like the rewatch of when Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed were fighting like all the time. Every single week it was like a big brawl, and then they were destroying like the cameras, they were destroying tables, they were destroying the barricades all the time. And then of course their last match was a last monster standing match. And that run right there was just like, whoa, like they almost broke the arena. Like they almost broke the arena. So I feel like between Sheamus and Rusev, they're gonna have like one last fight, but maybe could be like maybe a last man standing match, or a brawl, or like a street fight match, or a brawl fight match, no holds bar match, whatever the case is. Their last match, it's gonna be so freaking epic that they're probably gonna break all the barricades, all the tables, and of course, Sheamus being Sheamus, he's gonna bring a shillelagh where he's going to beat the crap out of Rusev. Like the whole thing was insane. As for the women's tag team champions, new and retaining women's tag team champions, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, I thought that was amazing. The fact that they are starting to become friends. I can see it. I mean, Charlotte Flair doesn't want to use the F word, but right now they're slowly becoming friends. They're tag team partners right now. And of course, Raquel and Roxanne wanted to come out and have the rematch title fight. Adam Pearce gave that to us. That match was actually impressive. With Roxanne on the main roster, she has done a very well job thus far. Her being in the Judgment Day, her and Raquel teaming up together, having good double team moves. Although I was a little bit skeptical because I thought Liv Morgan was going to come out and sabotage the match somehow. Of course, that didn't happen. She still got injured, but I do feel like at some point she will come back, either with like a sling on her arm, or maybe she's 100% better and she's going to return somehow during a match for the Judgment Day, or Dominic's match, Finn's match, whatever the case is. She will come back, and we will know whether or not she's on Dominic's side or she's on Finn's side. Either way, when she comes back, it's gonna be a dope return. So now we get to the main event. And the main event, man, it was insane. Like, of course, LA Knight, he wanted to beat the living crap out of him. And I don't blame him because Seth Rollins, he made a ruse out of it. He lied to us. He lied to the producers, medical team. He lied to general manager Adam Pearce for a while, for a number of weeks. So of course we wanted that rematch. We wanted LA Knight versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Champion. Although I kind of figured that Seth Rollins was going to retain somehow, but since with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker banned from ringside, I thought, okay, maybe we're going to see like another new guy come in from NXT, or maybe Austin Theory's going to come out and he's going to like sabotage the match and help Seth Rollins win. But no, I thought all of that wrong the moment CM Punk came out. And I'm like, this is perfect, because with CM Punk, this is not just a normal fight. This is personal because of what CM Punk went through at SummerSlam. He won the title for 5 minutes, and then after that, Seth Rollins fooled us all, and he cashed in to beat CM Punk. Of course, LA Knight's pissed off because it was a DQ match, which meant that Seth Rollins retains. But with CM Punk and LA Knight, I mean, of course, they're gonna fight, but CM Punk wants his rematch, and I don't blame him. CM Punk wants his rematch against Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight title, and this fight is going to be so personal that it might turn to a bloodbath. I don't know, but it might turn to a bloodbath because of their history in the WWE together. But what I didn't expect was for Roman Reigns to come out, and the shock on everybody's face, the shock on Paul Heyman's face, the shock on Bronson Reed's face, the shock on Braun Breaker, the shock of Seth Rollins. I'm like, dude, do you not forget what you did to him at WrestleMania? You took his wise men. You took his main event spotlight. Like, you literally destroyed everything that Roman Reigns built for the company. So of course, he's back for revenge. So you got LA Knight trying to fight Seth Rollins one last time to beat the living crap out of him. CM Punk wants to fight him on a personal level, and Roman Reigns wants to fight CM Punk. Roman Reigns wants to fight Seth Rollins on a personal level. So these three guys want to fight Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight title. So I don't know, maybe we can see a fatal four way leading up to CM Punk and Seth Rollins, or who knows, maybe we can see Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins fight WrestleMania. If that were to happen, that would be like the coolest main event fight ever because they have a history together. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins have a history together. So CM Punk and Seth Rollins have a history together. Like these three guys have such a long history together that this literally dates to back when Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns made the Shield. Like that goes back to 10, 12 years or something. CM Punk was still the top guy in the business, and then you got the Shield coming in and then wanted to be the top guys. And they were. They were for a while. Then CM Punk left. They were still the top guys until Seth Rollins had the plan B, and it just blew out of proportion from there. Now, 10 years later, CM Punk is back, Roman Reigns is back, and so is Seth Rollins. So these three guys are going to put on a show of a lifetime for I think about maybe the third or fourth time. But it's for a title. It's not a normal match. It's not a triple threat match we saw at WrestleMania. No, we are going to see these kind of matches are going to be for the World Heavyweight Championship, and that is going to be epic. Although, I'm sorry. What I didn't like about the last thing we saw after, of course, the crew of Seth Rollins, they break CM Punk in half and LA Knight and Roman Reigns, whatever, whatever. But why is it with Bronson Reed taking Roman Reigns' shoes? Like, what is so special about it? I mean, yeah, he has cool designs or whatever, but seriously, dude, like you were literally making a mockery out of him with the tribal thief and the Shuafala. Like that, I'm sorry, that's just not even funny. That's just cruel. Like that's just really cruel. Like it's like you're mocking the Anawani family and what they built for that company. Like you're making a mockery out of the High Chief Pure Maivia. You're making a mockery out of The Rock. You're making the mockery out of the Wild Samoans. You're making a mockery out of Jimmy and Jey Uso. Making a mockery out of Sol Sokoa. Making a mockery out of course Roman Reigns. Like seriously, that's just being cruel. And I'm sorry, but stop taking his shoes. What is with you guys taking people's jewelry and accessories? I mean, first it was Drew McIntyre taking CM Punk's bracelet, then it was and Roman Reigns Sol Sokoa rivalry with the Ula Fala. Now it's Bronson Reed taking freaking Roman Reigns' shoes. What next? What's next? Are we gonna see Logan Paul take um take Randy Orton's vest? Are we gonna see Dominic Mysterio taking a Dragon Lee's mask all of a sudden? Like what is going on with people taking accessories? Like that's just freaking stupid. I'm sorry, but now they're playing with accessories and jewelry all of a sudden. Like that's not even funny. That's just cruel and unusual in my taste. Speaking of cruel and unusual, who is behind the Grande Americano masks? Like during the Dragon Lee and Dom Mysterio fight, you had one Grande Americano, then you had the second Grande Americano, and then you had the third Grande Americano. Like, where are these guys coming from? And of course, who was the third one behind the mask? I mean, of course, we know the first one was Ludwig Kaiser. The second one we knew, I think it was Butch, aka Pete Dunne. But the third one, who was the third guy? We still know Chad Gable's still on injury, and he had that shoulder surgery and whatever. But at the same time, who is behind the Grande Americano mask? It's just now being like, okay, now you're making a mockery out of luchadors. Like when did making mockery become so serious? You got Bronson Reed making a mockery out of Roman Reigns and the Ulafala and the Tribal Chief. Then you got freaking you got American wrestlers dressed up as luchador wrestlers, but they're not even luchadors. Heck, they're not even American. Ludwig Kaiser, I think, he's German. Butch is Irish, and the other guy, I don't know who that is, but I'm pretty sure he's definitely not American. Like he's definitely not American. He's got to be something else. So maybe don't call them a Grande Americanos because they're not even American. Like what is going on? Like Monday Night Raw was just a little bit confusing. It was crazy. You got Rusev and Sheamus fighting all over the place. Nikki Bella wants a title shot against Becky Lynch. Oh, and I almost forgot. Bailey and Lyra are done. Like they are done. Like no more teammates, no more tag team. They're not even friends anymore. Like that. Like when she said "stay the hell away from me and stay out of my life" to Bailey, I'm like, oh no, this is not going to be good. So I think with that, they're definitely gonna have like a last final match between these two girls. Only this time we're gonna see Bailey maybe turn heel against Lyra because of what Lyra put her through. I mean, they had a tag team title shot. Bailey missed WrestleMania because of Becky Lynch. Then Lyra became a double champion. She lost both titles because of Becky Lynch. And then Bailey had a title shot. Lyra screwed her over. We get to Evolution. Becky retains. And that point on, Lyra had her one final shot until Bailey came in and it just messed everything up. To now where Lyra doesn't have another title shot anymore. Like that's done. But as for Bailey, maybe this could be a good shot for her now. I mean, Lyra can't go for the title anymore, so she can't say anything. This could be Bailey's time to become the next women's Intercontinental champion. But of course, after Nikki Bella wins and stuff, then we go to Bailey. But so far, there is like so much drama happening that it's just insane. And especially with Brock Lesnar returning. Do you guys know that last night Brock Lesnar return, it reached 75 million views in it was in the last 12 hours on all social media platforms. It reached 75 million views put together. I'm talking Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, everything you could imagine on social media. It was all about Brock Lesnar returning. Brock Lesnar returning. The Beast is back. The Beast is back. It reached 75 million views. Now that is actually pretty impressive. Oh, and of course, he might return on SmackDown. So far, all we know for SmackDown is Cody Rhodes is going to make an appearance. John Cena is going to make an appearance as a good guy again. So we will see what John Cena has to say about what happened last night. What happened last night. As for Cody Rhodes and all, I mean, we don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, of course, we're gonna see him fight for the title again, but against who now? He already fought John Cena, so maybe I don't know, maybe somebody on SmackDown who said he was there for titles and he doesn't have a group anymore, doesn't have a faction. He doesn't have his tier twin sister by his side. I think it's time for you know who to go after the undisputed WWE champion. Hint, hint. In case you guys know who the guy is. I won't say anything. So far now, wrestling has just gone beyond haywire. After SummerSlam, I didn't think it was going to be possible for them to have a great Monday Night Raw show, but they did. And especially since Adam Pearce made two title matches happen on the same night with the Seth Rollins versus LA Knight match and then the women's tag team title match. I mean, those matches were insane, along with the backstage promos. And so far right now, Roxanne's trying to still get with Dominic, but it's not going to happen. I'm sorry, Roxanne. Look, I get maybe you're trying to follow Liv Morgan's playbook. Bribe him with chicken tenders, bribe him with video games and stuff. Go with the plan that Finn told you to go with. But girl, he ain't paying attention. He is not paying attention to you. He's got his mind focused on Triple Mania. He's got mind focused on AJ Styles, and he's trying to defend your Continental Champion a lot more times now since he's now medically cleared. So, girl, he is not paying attention to you at all. Finn actually sees that. So I don't know what's gonna happen between Finn and Dom. I mean, they're both champions. Finn is one half of the World Tag Team Champs. Dom is the Intercontinental Champion. So I think possibly maybe we might see Dom versus Finn maybe at Survivor Series, after Survivor Series. Plus, Survivor Series is going to be in Dom Mysterio's hometown, San Diego, California. And it's going to be at Petco Park where the Padres play. So who knows if he's going to have like a warm homecoming welcome by his fans. Because so far people have been cheering him. Like he had a big pop at WrestleMania. He got cheered at Backlash when he defended the title against Penta. He made a great appearance at Worlds Collide. Then he told Octagon Jr. that he was going to defend the IC title at Money in the Bank after Worlds Collide was over. So that was actually impressive, and people still cheered him. Then he got the biggest cheer ever at SummerSlam last night when he did the whole Eddie Guerrero lie cheat steal. And then last night he got cheered again by when he was facing Dragon Lee. So far people are loving this guy. And now he's going to Triple Mania in a fatal four way for the Triple Mega Champion. So far, his character right now, still as a bad guy, is just growing bigger, bigger, and bigger. And I know once his heel turn comes around, oh no, sorry, not his heel turn. I know once his babyface turn comes around, oh my god, it's going to be amazing. Although I don't know how he's gonna do it. Like maybe at Survivor Series he defends against somebody and then he turns on Finn to become a baby face, like he leaves the Judgment Day, like I can't do this anymore, you're brainwashing me, I don't know what I'm doing right now, and you're like making me like feel claustrophobic or something. Or maybe when Finn potentially maybe turns on Dominic, that becomes a baby face. Like there's so many possibilities, so many alternate timelines. Again, alternate timelines, if you guys are Avengers fans, you guys would know different alternate timelines from different like parts of when something like one specific thing happens, and it goes to like different types of conclusions or what ifs. Like there are so many what ifs right now leading up to Clash in Paris. And after Clash in Paris, you have Crown Jewel in Australia. After Crown Jewel in Australia, you got Survivor Series coming up in November. Like there are so many possibilities right now leading up to the next WWE PLEs. And so far it's actually going pretty well, especially with the second reign of Seth Rollins' world title reign and stuff. It's going pretty well. First title defense, of course, DQ because CM Punk had to get involved, but this is what we needed. We want CM Punk versus Seth Rollins for the world heavyweight title, or maybe we could see a potential rematch, triple threat match between Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins like at WrestleMania. Again, only this time for the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So far, Raw's doing good for titles and stuff. SmackDown, I mean, after what they did for TLC for the SmackDown Tag Team titles, I mean, it was beautiful. Now the White Six still retain, but we're not sure who their next contenders are gonna be. I mean, we might see a rematch between Ray Phoenix and Andrade, or maybe a match between them and Morrissey Machine Guns. Like, either way, it's going to be a crazy Friday Night SmackDown. Cody Rhodes is going to make an appearance. John Cena's going to make an appearance. Who knows? We might see Brock Lesnar make an appearance talking about his time away from the WWE and why he came back. Either way, it's going to be a crazy week of wrestling. Again, to remind you guys, people who are AAA wrestling fans, Triple Mania is coming up next week on the 16th. So get your tickets. Be sure to watch it on YouTube live on the WWE YouTube account. And yeah, pretty much that. That's all I got for today. Hope you guys have a great week. Enjoy the rest of your week of wrestling, and stay blessed.